one of my clients told me the best compliment she got, you look like your profile photo. I mean, how crazy is that that's a compliment now?
Thank you so much for tuning in again to Second Act TV. Happy to welcome Scarlett to Bease back, the stylist for women over 40. Scarlett, thanks for being here again.
Thank you. I love being here again.
Well, we just finished a segment on how to dress for a first date, make a great first impression. And I'll link to that. What I want to talk to you about today is the profile pictures. Online dating, let's face it, whether you love it or hate it, it's a huge way, the huge tool to meet someone. And the impressions you make are through your pictures. So it's important you understand what kind of a message you send through your pictures. And there was some research done by the major sites like Your Match, Zoox, Tinder, Bubble, OkCupid, and they came up with tips on profile pictures, what works better for men or women, etc. And some of it is interesting. And I wanted to get your input and how you would suggest perhaps implementing that, especially as it relates to our age. Their first recommendation was smile naturally, but that women, I hadn't heard this, show your teeth in a broad smile, and men, soft smile without teeth, What does Scarlett say?
I hate that advice. I mean, I really hate that advice. So you're going to have your photo taken. You're already nervous because now you're like, okay, I hope I look okay. I hope I look all right. Oh my God, what do I do with my body? What do I do with my hair? What do I do with my hands? Right. And then now you got to think about how you're going to smile. So now I hate that advice because you should smile the way you smile. Mm-hmm. You should have your natural smile is wonderful. Why would you want to pose in an awkward way? And then when you meet somebody, you're like this, when in the picture, you're like that. I mean, I hate it. It just makes you self-conscious, right? It's uncomfortable for most of us. So I'm against it. I think you should think of something funny or say cheese or whatever the photographer is telling you to say. It's all these different words, candy, I don't know, but just something that's natural. Tell a joke, anything. But I don't think you should be making a fake smile because a fake smile is going to ruin your photo.
Yeah, no, I agree. The point, though, that smile, right? You want to smile. If you never smile, that's not going to help you with online dating. So a smile is important.
No, yeah, it's important. And you should, you can look a little pensive in a picture too, once in a while, but you don't have to. It shouldn't be fake. It should be legit. It should be authentic.
I agree with you. The next one, this will be interesting. Choose the right look. And by that, they mean that women, they're telling them to look away from the camera, like, so big smile. And men look straight into the camera, with, it says here, direct eye contact, that those pictures, those initial profile pictures pull better. I don't get the looking away. What do you agree with any of this?
That's very sexist and very old-fashioned. I'm thinking of a Titanic, Rose, when she was, when she was having her body sketched, and she's like that, and that's just seems so old-fashioned. Yeah, I think it's fine to look at the camera. It's for men and women. You should have some photos that you're looking at the camera and some where you're away. Maybe you're looking down at something, or the coffee cup shot, or you're looking at the sky. That's fine, but I don't agree that men have to look one way and the women have to look another. No, I don't like that. I don't think it's true.
I agree. This advice makes a man, the way I'm picturing it, it's almost like this modeling, sex shot, like, little smile and
me strong.
I know. I want a fun guy with a
yeah. I don't like that. I don't.
Yeah. They claim that's the data. That's why I want to talk.
And I know no man that would. I'm thankful I know no man that would look at a picture of a woman and be offended or intimidated if she was looking at the camera.
Yeah, I think the looking at the camera is important for both because that's how you connect, even through pictures. Getting active, showing if you do some sort of sports, have an activity picture. If you're not, don't fake it, but something outdoorsy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you're like, I have a client who's having her photo taken in 2 weeks, and one of the things she's going to be wearing are her running shoes because she is an active runner. Makes perfect sense. You want to attract somebody who also is interested in being active, physically active. It should be something that you really is a part of your life. Yes, but if it isn't a part of your life, and for many people it's not, I wouldn't do anything like that. Remember, what people see, they expect that
Right.
when they meet you. So don't pretend.
No, I agree. I liked the active pictures. I was a runner too, so I always had a running picture, and I think that started conversations. You can talk. Oh, you run? Oh, yeah, me too. So it's a great conversation starter, and that's why you don't want to fake it. You don't want to start a conversation about something that you don't do. They say something else here interesting, that avoid any photo on a beach. Now, do they mean in a bathing suit? Why would you not have a photo on the beach?
I think if you want to run on the beach, it's great. If that's where you run. I think that, I mean, I wouldn't do any bathing suit photos. I think for a dating site, that could be a problem. And everybody has their own interpretation of how they look. Right. And some men, sometimes they're like, look at me, and like, nah, maybe not. And some women have the same issue. If the beach is part of your life, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, they didn't give an explanation as to why, which I thought was interesting. So I thought I'd ask you. Really important here. Stay away from selfies. Boy, do I agree with that. That all selfies are no-go. What do you think?
Yeah, it's why, for the life of me, I don't understand why some people think that they can stand in the bathroom and take a picture of themselves. And it's incredibly common. I don't understand it. But you need to read the room, literally, and what's behind you matters. So a selfie, I'll tell you, I have a great example of, I have a client who's 65 and I have a client who's 42. Both came to me for wanting to update their wardrobe, but the goal initially was going online for dating and having their, getting their picture looked at. And the first one, who's 65, opted immediately for a professional photographer. So her pictures are gorgeous, right? The lighting is great. It's her. She's wearing the right clothes, the right colors. She got many, many hits or swipes, whatever. And within 2 months, she found her guy at 65. Okay. I have a client who's 42, and her photos were all unprofessional. They're either a selfie or her friend took it of her when she was standing on the sidewalk. She looks great, but she's not getting any of the swipes. She's not getting them. Now she's having professional photos taken. So you think about it. You would think the 42-year-old would have oodles of guys, right? Because she's young. And that's how important the picture is.
One thing regarding the professional pictures, I think I'm a little different there. I had a different effect. I don't not recommend doing professional, but if you do professional, don't make it look professional, like a executive.
Oh, yeah. None of this, none of this, none of that. Absolutely. A photographer, like when I recommend a photographer for your dating profile pictures, it's just to capture you. You can have a talented friend take the photo, as long as, then the cameras these days, on our phones are incredible, right? But you want to, it doesn't have to, it's not your work headshot. It's not your LinkedIn profile photo. It's you. It's showing your life. It's showing your personality, it's showing your lifestyle, it's showing how you live. And often can also show humor, depending upon who you are and what you like. But it should never be, like you said, like the pose photo. No.
Because I saw a lot of those of course, this was 10 years ago, but there were a lot of those. And to me, it just said phony. I did not want, they were negative to me, but they were obvious professional. And that, I don't know, maybe not everybody thinks like that, but I just wanted.
It's not like that. A photographer now who takes pictures of you for your, dating profile, it doesn't look like that. It's very relaxed. And they also know how to pose you. You know, they know how to tell you where to put your hand and turn your body in a way that looks natural, and they know how to make you relax, which
Yeah.
is really
I think
important
that's become a
too.
specialty now, profile pictures for dating. So maybe Google that. Well, here, honesty is the best policy. And by that, they mean a full body shots that no matter, what you look like, if you feel like you're too heavy, if you feel like you're too skinny, you need to include a full body shot to really be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, because again, when somebody, if they land on your photo and you make an arrangement to meet, whether it's on Zoom or in person, you don't want them to go, well, I'm waiting for somebody. One of my clients told me the best compliment she got from all those first dates till she met the right one was they all said to her, "You look like your profile
Yes.
photo." I mean, how crazy is that's a compliment now. You want people to, when they meet you, not to be, oh, like an old photo or a photo of a body that you don't have anymore. It should be you. People want to meet real people. They want to have real relationships, not fake ones.
Well, then here in this article, they also say the red and black will stop the swipe, if you will, that those are really good colors to put in your especially the main profile picture, and that men should choose like a nice blue or black shirt for at least one photo. Is that really that important?
Well, first of all, you know what's going to stop the swipe? A really nice smile.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big one. You can have on this gorgeous red top, and if you look like, you're constipated, for lack of a better description, it's not going to help you much.
Yeah.
So I mean, I find that a navy blue is as effective as black and is likely more flattering. It's more of a universal dark color to wear. And red, as I had mentioned in the other episode, is a color that does not look good on everybody. So for my clients where red is not a good color because it makes their skin look red, or their eyes look red, or their teeth look yellow, I recommend another version. It could be wine, it could be a berry color, raspberry, it could be something different. It'll attract just as much attention in a good way. When they're swiping, they're not looking just at the color of what you're wearing. That's the whole thing happening up here. And if you have a genuine smile and you look like you're a nice person, a pleasant person, a happy person, that's going to stop people for sure. And my client who wore a wine color top because red was horrible on her, she got tons of hits, and she's 65 and she's got a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah. I think some of that advice is misleading. Yeah. It can hurt more than it can help. I agree with that. The red is, it's not good.
General advice is never the way to go. There is no such thing as one size fits all. There is no such thing as, I can't even think of another example, but this whole thing about what's good for him is good for all the hims, or what's good for her, or everybody has to wear this because it's the thing to wear now. It's not true, because we need to do what's best for us, not what everybody else says we should do.
Exactly. Well, lastly, then the lighting and the big faux pas, and I totally agree, I'm sure you do too, is filters. You cannot do these filters that obviously you're doing. It's a filter, it's so obvious.
Yeah. No, I highly advise against that. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, if you have a photograph taken, you want to have like daylight in front of you, natural light if possible. That's why outdoor shots work well, or be in front of a window, or if the photographer has a light, special light. But if you need a filter, then you're already showing that you're not comfortable with who you are. And you're not going to walk into some restaurants give you a filter because they're dimly lit. Go with that. We all look really good in those restaurants, go with that. But for your picture, don't do that. No.
No, it sends a horrible message. Even when I see it on Facebook or when people post pictures and it's so obvious, it's like, who are you? You're it's like, I'm lying.
You're starting with deception right from the start.
Right. Exactly.
And it's, the way to build a relationship is to have trust. You know what? No matter what you look like, or how old you are, how big or small you are, there is somebody out there who will appreciate you and love you and be happy to be with you. there are plenty of very, very skinny women who can't find anybody because their personality might not be that great, but there's somebody out there who's a size 20 who has an incredible personality, and she's got guys everywhere, or he has women everywhere. It's not just this, it's not.
Well, I was just going to ask you we're coming to the end. How would you like to end this? Any other advice? I think you just gave it, but let me ask it anyway.
Put a little time into the profile photo. It really is very important. You can wear the brightest color in the world, but if you look like you didn't bother with getting a really nice photo, it sends the message and they just go right away, done, So it's really worth either having a photographer, a professional photographer, or somebody who's really good with their camera or their phone camera, take some photos of you in natural light, fairly up close, and that you're not just standing there, you're doing something. Maybe it's the piano, or you're having the cup of coffee, or you're reading a book, or you're with your dog, but you definitely can't just throw any photo up there and think, okay, I'm ready. It's not going to work. It doesn't work.
Scarlett, thank you so much for joining us again. I'm going to link to all of your information so people can get a hold of you directly. I know you work digitally, so you can work with just about anybody, right?
Yep, absolutely. All over the country and Canada. So actually, like in Europe too. But what I do is I specialize in working with women over 40. And what I do is I help them have a wardrobe that they actually am excited to wear. So when they open up their closet, their big problem is which outfit to wear that they love, as opposed to, oh my God, what am I going to wear? And it's a life and game changer when you feel good in the clothes that you're wearing. And I love working with women and helping them feel more confident, more put together, and not afraid to get out there.
Thank you, Scarlett. I can't wait for our next talk on Second Act TV.